Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's try on a wedding dress together.
I never found this to be fun.
Me
really,
neither.
Ever.
You know what? The only time I've ever found it entertaining to try on wedding dresses was when it's like a ridiculously super ridiculous one in a thrift store. Like, you're in a thrift store, and there's, like, these dresses that look like costumes.
Do you know what I also, though, don't like? But I think the reason I don't is because I learned about it so early, is literally the literal involvement of the bullshit of how expensive weddings really are.
Wedding culture and wedding prices are ridiculous.
They're ridiculous.
Yes,
like, genuinely.
completely...
People go, well, it's your special day. I'm like, fuck that. You can have a fantastic, fun day without spending $500,000. Thanks.
I was gonna say, you know what my special day is going to involve? The person that I think is special.
Also, there's also my problem that I always had with it, too, was people just going, well, you know, your wedding day, even though it's supposed to be about you, supposedly, it's actually more about your mom.
Honestly, when I think about it sometimes, and I've pictured, you know, a wedding occasionally, I mean, not talking about, like, young me picturing weddings, which was ridiculous and, like, out of the catalog.
Because you know, that's all you had.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just saying, what I often think of is this experience where you essentially get married to the person you're in love with sort of alone, because it is this very deeply romantic, very fun thing, and I've always thought it was super weird to go, this is a profoundly romantic and connective, intense moment between me and my partner, and I want everyone to watch.
Right?
Or invite them all in somehow. So for me, I'm like, I would do the wedding and marriage and vows or whatever it is, whatever style it is, of confessing I would like to spend the rest of my life with this person. At least this is how I picture it in my head. Like basically in private. And, you know, then have somebody officiate it. And then you have, and then you throw a giant party just because. Right. Like, if everybody wants to be excited about being involved that you've changed your relationship status on Facebook, then you throw a party and they can all eat sandwiches.
I love this sort of, like, bitter, like, you change your relationship status on Facebook, I guess. I'm like, I don't think it should be, if you're marrying for love and romance rather than something else, which you do not have to marry for love and romance, I was to say, rather than, I don't think it has to be about everybody else. Right.
And I've never really felt that, but maybe it's because I'm more of an introvert, because I am more of like that kind of person that just likes time alone or one-on-one time.
Right.
And really just going, for me, I'm like, the idea of going my most intimate moment with this person is going to be in front of everybody for them to observe. Feels weird. Anyway, wedding dress.
She'd like to try on a wedding dress.
Huh?
Please, Small. I want to see you. You are wearing a dress.
I want to see you are wearing a dress.
I said, I want to see you are wearing a dress.
I'm wearing a dress right now, dude. I often wear them to work. I just have jeans under it.
I want to see you are wearing a dress.
I kind of gives you that feel of being like old style waitress, but still, you know, being practical and modest. I think they're really cute, honestly. This is still really gross.
And also, like,
it occurs to me that I shouldn't be getting into one of these wedding dresses because I haven't showered in a day and a half now, and I did come from work to then spend the night with Phoenix, and these are my old clothes, and I might get that dress dirty.
Nope, you are going to wear a dress. You are wearing a dress.
You are wearing dress.
You are wearing a dress.
Try on dress, just look around.
Oh my god.
Okay, for me, again, and I don't know if people are tired of this, I would pull the hygiene card. I would go, I don't think that gross me should put that dress on because someone else will have to try it on.
Yeah.
And that is a thing that for me, I go, if I'm not clean, if it's new clothes, unless I'm sure I'm going to buy it and I just want to, like, I know I'll buy it, but I want to put it on, kind of wear it out at the store kind of thing or something.
Right.
I don't really put it on.
Yeah.
Like, or I'm the kind of person that showers before I go try clothes on.
God, this is so... I mean, but there's also the thing for me where I'm just like,
And again, I'm going, maybe people think they're going, too much hygiene. You just assume these things are happening. And I'm going, but do you? She literally didn't have other clothes, so maybe she showered, but she's still wearing her work clothes that she sweated and worked in for like potentially 12 hours.
There's also, though, my problem that I have with this anyway is just being like, still, Small doesn't seem that interested. Small seems very frustrated, just going, wow, that was a pretty dress. I was trying to deviate back to something chill for 2 seconds, because every time around you guys, you cannot help but to basically suddenly just start doing deep, profound, romantic,
Pick
me! Yes, and then now we're starting to slightly shit on Phoenix, which is fascinating to watch the transition. But, you know, Ryan Dillon are bros,
See, for me, I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. The assessment of that Small is going, I did that as a diversion. I was trying to get away from wedding and marriage and choosing.
Like, you don't even have to bring up hygiene. You just be like,
and
no, I'm not going to do
going,
this.
we will just look around because I was trying to get you to stop talking about marrying me.
Yes.
To stop talking about people are going to marry me. I'm trying to forget that I have to be married in a few days.
Especially to people I still don't know. That's actually another thing that confuses me. So in relation to where this game, like, for just the character for what they're writing, there seems to be some level of, like, her resisting because she doesn't know them, and it's like, but the game itself literally doesn't give us any opportunities to learn anything about their cultures, or really learn that much about
Or
them,
who
other
they
than
would be day to day.
grand romantic gestures, which honestly...
Don't really give you a picture of what your day-to-day will
No,
look like.
because as far as I can tell, Dylan and Rye seem to actually have fairly similar, basically like love expression languages, or like what they're sharing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really weird. Like, yeah, sure, Rye is more specific in the sense of, I look into your stories, which we were talked about before, going, that could go
cute.
really weird.
And then got really weird.
Yeah, and then also then for Dylan going, I'm so hyper-focused on you, like, that's terrifying to me.
Now, if this was like a party dress store, like if this was a cocktail dress kind of store, then I would be like, Small might be more likely to try it on, going, yeah, let's think about something else. Let's think about doing something fun. Let's think about dressing
else.
up.
Yes.
But wedding dress, I think she would just look around solidly.
just look the crap around. Like, oh God.
No, I'm just here to look around.
Come on, Small. You know you want to. I don't like this. Again, like, I am actually starting to kind of lose it in regards to some of the other characters. I think that's why I've been going more towards Phoenix, because Phoenix is way less pressure.
He really, again,
which is
I've
weird to
been
say.
like, you know, at my age, in my life, I'm like, the lack of drama sounds very refreshing.
Right?
She sounds super chill.
Oh yeah, because you're so old.
I know. Oh, I wasn't meaning old. I just meant as much experience as I've had, whatever that is.
Well, which is fair. So I'm just saying the usual association with that. I always laugh because people are like,
at this
you're
point
so
in my life,
old.
I'm like,
and it's like, no.
Honestly, I get so irritated. I had a friend when I was a teenager who was 22, and he was like, I am ancient. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're not very old. My life is almost over. I'm like, no, you're fine. But by the time you get to 50, your body's already ruined. So I'm almost to 30. No, you're not. And so 50 is not that far from there. I'm just like, could you just have a couple minutes of fun? Stop being a wet blanket of your body will destroy you, and your life will be miserable until a slow crawl towards disability, non-function, and death. I get that most of us are expecting that, but could we just have a little bit of reality about it? That's a while off, and also there are things you could do to engage with it.
Right?
Oh God, my immortality ran again later. All right,
it's fine.
Sorry, Dylan. I'm just not in the mood right now. I thought it was pretty. That doesn't mean I want to put it on. How about you put one on?
Honestly, that could be great.
Maybe we could find one of those really more modest ones. The buttons all the way up to the neck.
Ooh.
Could be cute.
Could be.
I know I'm getting married soon, but it's hard to feel excited about it with this big decision looming over me.
Okay,
it's
so
true.
Honestly, that's really interesting language. Now, hang on. I'm excited about a wedding, but with the big decision that's looming over me. I like the idea of getting married, but I don't like the idea of getting married to any of them.
I like I could see that.
I separated you, all three of the guys, from the wedding.
From this idea of, I've always wanted to be a bride. I've always wanted to get married. But the idea of deciding between you guys
is not a thing I want to do.
Sure, I'm excited about being a bride. Sure, I'm excited about having a wedding, throwing a wedding, be a part of a wedding.
That's again sometimes a thing that I have been deeply bothered by, where some people I've watched people say that, and you're like, God, I just really want to get married. Cool. Then go through the motions of getting married rather than marrying the first person who comes along, because that's the only way you can get married.
If you want to, throw a giant ass party where you wear a wedding dress and everyone comes to celebrate the fact that you're having fun in a wedding dress.
Right.
Like, your family, your friends can do that. And some of them might be like, I don't understand what's going on. And you're going, look, I'm not having a wedding. I don't have anyone to marry. I'm gonna walk down the aisle and say vows to be better to me. It's gonna be a self-care wedding, okay?
Why not?
I won't be swearing celibacy or independence or singularity, because for me, I'd still
monogamy. Celibacy.
What?
You said celibacy.
Because you're marrying yourself. Celibacy.
How is that celibacy?
Because you're not having sex with anyone. It's just you.
But
celibate.
I don't think people can. Okay, so I don't think of celibate as also not doing the self as meaning that you only do the self sex.
Okay,
celibate
no
to me was literally no sex at all.
Okay.
Period. No masturbation, none of that.
All right, well,
That's
different
fine.
background, it's fine.
Wow.
I was raised that having sex with yourself is very healthy and takes care of your
That's
body.
fine. Mine was literally going, you don't do it at
That's
all.
fair.
Which is why I had
again,
a shit ton of guilt when I was really young.
going, oh God. Anyway, so I was just like, and then you could just be like, not enough people do enough self-care or recognize themselves or take care of themselves. I'm entering a deliberate relationship with myself, marrying me. And that doesn't mean that other people can't be involved in this relationship later, but this will be why it is fun and interesting.
Honestly, but I have listened
And then
to
you
people,
throw a wedding, it's fine.
which is great, and I think that sounds awesome. But I really have. It's like that thing of people going, do I really want the guy, or do I want to be the guy? Or do I want to have the experience of what the guy has?
What is it? Or do I want to get married, or I just want the fun and romance and like excitement of a wedding?
And also all the attention, and also potentially either like the feeling of, I've done it, I have been successful.
I've made the social marker. Check.
I
what?
got married.
I would be so entertained by someone writing a romantic comedy somewhere, and one of the side characters who isn't involved with it throws a self-wedding because she's an amazing diva that just is like, I will do my life how I want to, and I've been stressed out about not making this check mark because nobody matches in that line where I want them to, so I'm just going to check it off my list anyway.
I'm going to marry myself. Screw
And then
you.
you and the actual like main character and their love interest, the actual romance, they attend this wedding with her marrying herself, and it's very charming, very cute.
Honestly, it'd be great.
It could be
I
super
would
fun.
be afraid though that particularly for a romantic comedy, they'd be like, especially in the United States, I hate to say it, they'd be like, she's a little crazy.
They would probably be on the other
So
hand.
in that sense of being a little bit ableistic of going, she's just really kind of lost it, hasn't she? And you're like, because
The
somebody's
stress has gotten to her.
Oh,
I think
she's really getting on in years. At least she's figured it out.
I
like
say you
it
could
would be
frame it differently. It could
yeah,
be super
like,
cute. I don't feel like someone would do it very well for the most part, but I think it would be
either.
super cute if it was really wholesome and just going, you know what? Empower yourself, sister. You got this.
Yeah, right.
That'd be super cute. All right.
And no one will ever have
That
you.
was by a really good catch, actually. Just that those were completely
like-
separate. That was amazing because that writing convention really does. That wording convention separates the I'm excited about a wedding, but yeah, I have to choose between you.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the right time to be trying on pretty dresses.
Except these are specifically wedding dresses, not just pretty dresses.
It's
Let's
very
be realistic.
different. Again, if you were going into
a normal shop, yeah, it'd be fine.
a different shop, and also like, what was with the shop attendant? Holy crap, is he in the scene?
Who
If you
is the
buy
shop
this,
attendant? What the shit?
Need to know. Huh? It's hashtag. Who is he?
Yeah, whoa.
All right.
I mean, not. It's just like honestly, for the most part, I was just curious because I was not expecting that
At all.
At
And
all.
again, the art style and palette seemed different.
like wildly.
Right.
All right, maybe next time.
Right.
No, maybe.
Shopkeep too intense. Couldn't do it.
Whoa.
Whoa. But also, I'm really trying not to think about weddings.
No kidding.
Thanks for doing that with me, Dylan.
But we didn't do anything. We walked into a shop and then we walked out again. That sounds very like guilty. Like I'm trying to be like, thanks for spending time with me. Please don't be upset.
This sounds like to me that it was supposed to come from either scene, from either choice.
Oh no.
That's what it sounds like to me. That this was off of either choice. Sometimes it works to have the same statement at the end of either choice. Sometimes it does not work as well.
Anything to make you smile.
Hi.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I think that was actually more inclined towards the wedding option because they'd be like, everyone wants to try on a wedding dress.
I always wonder if they sigh or if they say sigh when it has their dialogue there.
Sigh.
Sigh. This is it. My last day at work.
Oh wow.
Where did we skip to? Did we go do that in the morning with him and then go to work again?
Oh god, we're gonna end off with Rye.
I guess.
Oh god.
Tonight, I'm locking up the cafe for the last time. Oh, wow. It's funny how normal today seemed. Mr. Stanley sure treated it like any other day.
Well, yeah, because everybody
nothing.
is replaceable, and everybody doesn't really mean anything, and also, maybe in some ways he was probably also kind of relieved. We've talked about it before, but especially considering that Small is the relation of the person who owns the place.
You could have thought maybe the power dynamics of the rest of the team will be much easier if she's not here.
Yes.
It will be easier to lead everyone else.
Which is also really sad, though, that, people cannot... because I will say, in some ways I find nepotism definitely to be frustrating and super inappropriate. You bet, absolutely. But there's also that thing of going, it's inappropriate because everybody assumes that you have to act in a certain way.
I was going to say, there's also this
Because
problem
there is
going,
a social taught behavior
where
going...
You can literally be someone's relative and get a job there because you applied like normal. And a lot of people will still go socially, well, yeah, but you're just a favorite. I have had the problem where somebody gets hired on and they're related to someone else there. Not necessarily even somebody who is high up in the company, but someone else got in. They're like, well, they're getting better treatment because basically this other person got them in.
Yes.
Because this other person advocates for them. And I'm like, they're literally not.
You can even have something in regards to, so say like with my friend and myself, because my friend actually helped me get a job at the place that we worked at.
Yeah.
And holy shit, people did not like it past a point because they were like, you just kind of got in because of your friend over here.
Well, and once I got into management, because
oh, it exploded.
Everybody was
bad.
like, you get better treatment, you get special treatment, you get favoritism. And I had to sit down with people a lot when they were feeling super stressed out and be like, okay, you are forgetting all of the special treatment, basically all of the nice things that I've done for you to accommodate you as well. And it was basically, it wasn't I've treated you well too, it was okay, when you think other people are giving this person special treatment or me, tell me what it is. Cool. Have you ever received treatment like that? Well, yeah. Have you ever had those kinds of allowances made for you? Well, yeah. Then why is it special treatment for them? Well, and oftentimes it could diffuse the situation. But it's like, and a lot of times, like either Scandal or myself will sometimes go, well, this good thing never happens to me. And the other one will be like, yes, it does. Just right now you're irritated and you're forgetting about it. And you can actually point out like 9 examples.
Uh-huh.
I do it with my friends sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. And sometimes it's really good to have somebody, because you really do realize sometimes just how emotional you are. Just you're wanting to hurt yourself or wanting to lash out and going, things just are bad. This is just how things
They just
work.
don't go well for me.
Yep.
Anyway, so like any other day, like nothing was happening. Before leaving, he shook my hand and wished me luck, but that was it.
It sounds like you were really expecting something else. Like even for Mr. Stanley,
Like
to
a
go,
going away
dude,
party,
you are
or I miss you, or I want you to stay.
Don't do this, kid, or whatever. I'm like, that's interesting. That's
And
really
also,
like, again, to me, just sounds like severe distress. I don't want to do this at all.
And also, it's happening to me. The last day has happened to me. Not I'm doing this. It's
this
happening
wasn't a
to
thing
me.
that I agreed to. This wasn't a thing that but also in some way, again, that thing about agency of going, how much of choice did you really have? It sounded like the
you gave in your resignation. Yeah, but what choice did I have?
Right?
If I have to marry one of them, otherwise maybe the world ends or something, or all
That
out war
doesn't feel
starts
like
or
a
whatever.
choice. That
Doesn't feel like a choice.
Yep. Or people go, no, you get choices. You could just do something else. It's like, as far as this person has with the knowledge that they have and the amount of pressure and expectation and everything else, some people, it's not a choice.
Who knows? It would have been nice to have had a cake or something. She's like a going away party where everyone was involved, where all the staff actually just talked about and got engaged in the fact that I was leaving. Maybe she wasn't well liked overall, and so he thought it would be awkward to throw a party for her.
Right.
Going, if everybody was like if he's like, hey, we're throwing a going away party, Small's leaving, and everyone goes, okay. We can't celebrate that she's leaving. We have to be happy for her.
Yeah.
Ugh, poor baby. Whoa. Are we getting kidnapped again?
Oh, boy.
This is usually what happens when there's a screeching car. Huh? A limo.
It's his parents. It's Ryan's parents.
Am I going to have to beat people up again? Is it Ryan's parents again? Yeah, she remembers.
Ah!
I'm immediately going back in the shop and shutting the door. Oh, my God. But the ones who step out of the limo are not who I expected to see. All 3 of them.
They screech?
And then poof. Excuse us, we're looking for a Dragon Slayer princess.
Hello.
We realize that we've all been stressed out and had our priorities out of order, except they have anyway. I sort of chilled them out and told them we should all take you on a date together because that'd probably be the best possible thing. I'm really good like that.
I'm brilliant.
Remember, we just don't like drumming in the Fire Kingdom. The reason we're so explosive is when we feel it, we just get out right away. And then we're just really good. We don't keep anything pent up.
Yeah, pretty much. We talk about our feelings when they hit us.
Immediately.
God, you're really sexy. All right, we're good.
You're just really cute, aren't you? Okay, now we're here for what? It's fine.
Are you afraid?
All right, we're looking for a Dragon Slayer princess.
You're not tired yet, are you, Small? The night is still young. Are we going to go on a party?
All 3 of them.
Are you ready, princess?
That's kind of...
Ryan hasn't been around for a while.
I'm like, this is kind of wild. I'm like, ready? I'm in my work clothes and I'm gross again. Ready for what? Like, get in and you'll find out. It'll be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of booze in the pack and it's fantastic.
Oh my God, you're going to get so smashed. We're going to have so much fun.
No.
Oh, right, he doesn't smash. Sorry. You can drink them if you want to and it's totally available to you. But he's going to stay and be the head of the party. But we also got to drive us so that we don't have to, any of us stay sober. It's fine. And if none of you wants to drink, I can light it all on fire. That'd be fun too.
That'd be great.
All right. They grab hold of me, pushing me into the limo. They have 6 sets of hands on me, shoving me and my gross work clothes into the limo while I'm having an identity crisis outside of the shop.
And also potentially going, oh God, I didn't have a party. So again, for all the jobs that I've ever left, I've never had a party once.
So here's a question. Are they going to throw her a quitting work party and will this be super freaking awkward? We're celebrating your last day of work! And
now you have us to look forward to.
Oh God! Her tone deaf. Wow. All right. Whoa. Hey. And on that note.
We're going to find out what's going to happen in the next one. Beyond the limo. Thank you very much, guys. guys, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please feel free to share the video if you think it will start a conversation, or just because you think someone might have fun with us.
Yes.
Because that's what we do here. We just have the fumbles. We just have the funs.
We're trying to have fun. That's our goal.
Yes, absolutely. And also, if you would like to support us more directly, or like to sponsor us, or just like to tip us because we're so awesome like that, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We got some links in the description down below.
Yep.
And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!